Are you frustrated by high interest rates and what it means for your plans to buy a home? If you feel like you've missed out on buying a home when rates were lower, this video is for you. Believe it or not, these higher interest rates are creating some great opportunities for buyers that we haven't seen in years. So shut out the noise and negativity you might be hearing elsewhere and watch this video to get a better idea about your options and learn about some smart strategies that could make owning a home in the Durham region just a little bit more affordable. You'll want to stick around to the end to find out my favorite way to lower your monthly expenses. If we haven't met yet, my name is Vilija Truelove. I'm a local Durham region real estate agent with almost 20 years experience. All my contact information is included below. Reach out anytime through email, text, or phone. I'd love to help you with your move too. So, as we all know, interest rates are higher than they've been in many years. The question on many people's minds, should higher rates prevent you from moving forward with buying a home? Maybe, but maybe not. I've always said the best time to buy a home, whether you're buying your first home or your 10th, is when it makes financial sense for you, regardless of what everyone else is doing, regardless of what the market is doing, and even regardless of interest rates. No one can say with 100% certainty what's going to happen with interest rates or prices or the economy in general over the next year. You have to look at your situation and do what makes sense for you. Just like other investments, you're building wealth for the long term, not looking at what the stock market is doing every day to decide whether or not to save for retirement. Buying a home is the same. Invest in your future when it makes financial sense for you to do so. If you've been thinking of buying a home, then the first thing you need to do is evaluate. So here are some things to think about to help you make a decision. First, you need to know how long you plan to live in your next home. If you plan to live there for more than a few years, ideally even 5+ years, most people move every 5 to 7, then moving forward with the purchase could make financial sense over the long term. If you're not sure how long you plan to live in your next home and it's not urgent, then it's better to wait to see if rates and or prices decline further in the next 6 months or more. Don't buy right now if you think you might be living in Australia next year or if you're applying for jobs in a different province. You need to think long term. Second, you need to feel secure with your income, credit score, and general financial situation. To get the best interest rates available, you've got to have your financial house in order. If you have a stable job, steady income, and good credit, you'll have the best options available to you. If it makes sense to wait until one or all of these factors have improved, then wait. Just don't be in the dark. Know your options based on what your situation is now and what it could be in the future to make an informed decision about what waiting will do for you. Third, focus on your monthly payments, not just the interest rate. Really what it comes down to is, what is that monthly payment going to be and can you comfortably afford it? So based on all of that, it's understandable if some of you can't or just don't want to wait it out, or you just really need to move, whether it's a new job, a new baby, or some other life change that can't wait. So if you've taken some time to evaluate these things and still think that yes, buying right now could make sense, here are some strategies to make homeownership a little bit more affordable in today's market. First, there's less demand for homeownership right now. While we may not technically be considered to be in a buyer's market, it sure will feel that way in a lot of areas. And there are a lot more options for homes. So up your negotiation tactics and take advantage of not feeling rushed in this market to beat out other buyers. You might be able to negotiate an even lower price than what they're asking, or negotiate the seller doing repairs after an inspection or money off for repairs that need to be done. We haven't seen terms like these for buyers in many years. Tip number 2, adjust your expectations when house hunting. Of course, you want to aspire for your dream house, but like I mentioned earlier, prices are still quite high overall in the Durham region. So especially if this is your first home, consider a smaller house with a lower budget that will mean a smaller monthly payment, but get you into the market at a time when prices are lower and you don't have to compete against 10 other people. And then in 5, 6, 7 years, you can take your equity and buy your next home. Next tip, a fantastic mortgage broker will be your best friend. I can refer you, so reach out if you need someone. You want to shop around for a mortgage to get not only the best rate, but also the best product for your needs. It's not only about the rate. Next tip, consider a larger down payment. This is easier said than done, of course, but if possible for you, it will help reduce your loan amount and in turn, your monthly payment. If you're a first-time buyer and you have money in RSPs, there's a great program that allows you to withdraw up to $35,000 per buyer to use towards your home purchase. If you'd like more info about this program, just reach out, but this could be a great way to increase your down payment. Another way to lower payments is by increasing your amortization. That's how long the mortgage would take to be paid off in full if the interest rate were to stay the same. So we were typically seeing 25-year amortizations, but going up to 30 years can lower your payment by a few $100s a month. Yes, it means your house will take longer to be paid off, but you can always reevaluate at the end of your term and change things up then to accelerate the payments. I have to add, this is only an option if you have at least 20% down. My last tip, consider a house with a rental suite. Rents are crazy, and you can take advantage of that by getting either a duplex or a home with a basement apartment. This can be a huge help in keeping your payments reasonable. You live in one unit and rent out the other and put that rental payment someone is giving you towards your mortgage. Of course, you will have a lot to consider when it comes to rental suites, and that's a topic for another day. But overall, getting a home with a second suite could put $1,500, $1,800, or in some cases, even a lot more towards your mortgage payment. That could be a game changer. As you can see, you've got a lot to think about when it comes to today's housing market and determining what is best for you. You don't have to try to figure all of this out by yourself. That's what I'm here for. Reach out to me and we can go over your particular situation to see if you should wait it out or come up with a strategy that can put you into a home sooner. All of my contact information is included below. I'd love to hear from you. And make sure you check out my other videos and subscribe to learn more about the market and what the Durham region has to offer. Thanks so much for watching.